Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday song number 13. Sorry, gotta get that one down. 13. Okay. It's Thanksgiving in Canada, as the Americans must call it. It's Canadian Thanksgiving, but up here we just call it Thanksgiving. But a bit late getting this one done. I'm stuffed full of turkey, which makes me a turkey. I've had a fair amount of wine, so this could be a rather challenging presentation. This one is so not far outside of the town of Inverness, or the city of Inverness in Scotland, is the battlefield of Culloden. And there is a fantastic memorial and museum there to the Battle of Culloden in 1746, which many people watching this are probably already familiar with the story. But essentially, when Elizabeth I of England died without issue, she was succeeded by James VI of Scotland, who became James I of England, who was the first of the line of Stuart in the kings of England. Now, James was followed by his son Charles, who was deposed and beheaded by Oliver Cromwell in a civil war, which that parliamentarian in the Roundhead government lasted for a few years. But the severity and the austerity of it pissed off the people, and they deposed Cromwell and put Charles I's son, Charles II, on. And then Charles II was succeeded by his son, James II, who was a Catholic. Now, at the time, there was a lot of sentiment against the Catholics, obviously. So James II was deposed not long after and was replaced by his daughter, Mary, and her husband, William of Orange, a Dutchman. So the Stuart line pretty much ended at that point. But James II's son, Francis Stuart, also known as the Old Pretender, who was in exile in France, staged a few attempts to reclaim what he considered rightfully his, and arguably, yeah, it was rightfully his. And then when James Francis Stuart was an old man, his son, Charles Edward Stuart, gathered a bunch of soldiers, and particularly French soldiers, and made another attempt at an invasion. And this was the Jacobite Rebellion, or the Jacobite Uprising of 1745. A lot of people watching this are probably only familiar with the Jacobite Uprising as a result of a series of books by Diana Gabaldon called Outlander. And you'll recognize this song as the theme song for Outlander. However, my gripe with the television show is they completely rewrote the words for it. So it has the same melody, you'll recognize the melody, but these are the actual words of the song. Now, after the Battle of Culloden, where the Jacobites, supported by a whole whack of the Highlanders, were slaughtered by the Duke of Cumberland, Charlie managed to escape. The Bonnie Prince Charlie managed to escape and fled to Skye, the Isle of Skye. And from Skye, he caught a boat disguised as Flora MacDonald's maid. So he basically dressed in drag, maybe that's why they call him Bonnie, to escape the clutches of the Duke of Cumberland, and eventually made his way back to France. And that was kind of the end of all of the attempts of the Stuarts to reclaim their throne. Now, this tale of the Bonnie Prince Charlie, it's been completely hyped and blown out of proportion, no doubt. There's still a large sentiment in Scotland and in the Highlands towards the Jacobites, and sometimes this even comes up when we're talking about Scottish independence and so on and so forth. I've heard people mention it. Anyhow, this is a beautiful song. It's called the Skye Boat Song, and it's I'll do my best to do this justice. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. that's born to be king over the sea to Skye. Loud the winds howl, loud the waves roar, thunderclaps rend the air. Baffled our foes stand by the shore, follow they will not dare. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to Skye. Though the waves weep, soft shall ye sleep, ocean's a royal bed. Rocked in the deep, Flora will keep watch by your weary head. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to Skye. Many's the lad who fought on that day, well the claymores could wield. When the night came, they silently lay, dead on Culloden's field. Bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to Skye. Burned are their homes, exile and death scatter the loyal men. Lead the sword is cool in the sheath, Charlie will come again. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to Skye. It's a dreary song, but a hopeful song. But that hope never came to fruition. The song was actually written in the late 1850s. Lyrics by Sir Harold Bolton, and the air was written, sometime in the 1870s. It's an old song, beautiful song, that's been absconded by those rascally producers of Outlander. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Happy Thanksgiving to my fellow Canadians, and best wishes to everyone. Ciao. See you next week.